Good afternoon from Kirksville, Missouri. This is Randy Carvin, and this is Rantin' Randy's Rant for February 4th, 2020. All right, I wanted to start out with a few things. Get this guy and beat the shit out of him. Uh, what I would like to see tonight is people boycott the State of the Union. This is one of the best ways that you can piss Donnie off. If his ratings are not where he feels they should be, uh, this will help piss him off. If we don't tune in, we all know we will see the snippets. If we don't watch live, I believe live is the way they get the TV ratings. It would be perfectly acceptable after that to, if you must watch, wait till it's over. They will repeat it after they make their commentary on the different networks. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Linda. All right. Glad to see you there. I see there's 4 people out here. I'm learning more and more every time on Facebook and on YouTube. There's a whole lot of folks can show up, but some cannot come on live and comment. Thank you, Lisa. Definitely not watching. That's good. Uh, like I said, we'll learn all about it afterwards over the next couple of days. And I also wanted to speak out to my friends that are Republicans and the GOP in our Congress and Senate. Uh, Tomorrow's vote, uh, you can be sure in 2020 there will be a price paid for your vote tomorrow. So you need to keep that in mind. Uh, After unfair trial, no additional witnesses, admission that he has done something that is wrong, but it doesn't rise to impeachment because of the babbling brook mouth. Uh, Derkowitz, Derkowitz doesn't, when you compare it with other constitutional professors, what he said made no sense at all, other than GOP would like to see him as a monarch. Uh, that's the only sense you can get out of what Derkowitz and his defense of him. Um, Now, I want people to keep in mind we have to keep this up. We have to keep, hello, Mary. Uh, we have to keep this up as far as truth to power. And I want everyone to remember the truth will come out day by day. It's coming out, and it's going to keep coming out. Uh, I'll get to y'all's comments in a few minutes. I've got a few other things I want to cover. I've got one for last. I don't know whether people are going to agree with me on it. And this first part, I don't know whether people will agree with this, but I feel like most of you will. I have discussed the Iowa caucus with other Blue Dot members. Um, and this is just another evening, an evening with no results yet. Now, I did see something on Google and said something about Buttigieg, so we'll have to see what that is after I do my rant. Um, as far as it being a good place, the Iowa caucuses, I think that it is not representative of the rest of the nation, for one thing. It's a whole lot of white people in Iowa, and not many blacks and not many uh, Latinos either. So, how are they represented in? I realize this is the Midwest, but they do not. And look who they have, Steve King, the racist. They are not representative of the Midwest, for one thing. They're I think they have the lowest uh, population of Latinos and people of color of any state. Whole lot of white folks, just like I said. Now, some of you may not agree, but I feel like most of you will. Um, okay, I got past that part. And it doesn't have a representative population and has a whole lot of whites and farmers. Uh, I think I already went on about Ernest, another bad representative for them. She talked to one farmer, and I said that yesterday, so I'll get on by that. As far as boycott and the State of the Union tonight, that was Leo suggested it last night in my Facebook show on the comments, and I think that is a perfect way to piss him off because he likes huge ratings. Let's bring his ratings down. All right. And I finally had to give up last night. I was watching both CNN and MSNBC, and it became apparent within an hour or two we weren't going to get any results. And I think Biden had a pretty good question. How representative is this vote going to be? We know that the holdup was an app that they were using. I'm hoping my friends that are pulling for Bernie don't fall for this crap about it's some kind of plot against Bernie. It's not. It's the app itself wasn't working correctly last night. Let's not make a big issue out of that. And you may feel different, but as Blue Dots, and that's another thing I want to mention since I'm on YouTube, I've got a bigger audience here. I would also like to mention that if you have just subscribed, thinking about subscribing, or whatever, go over to JBS, the Blue Dot family, and join in what I represent here on Rant and Randy's Rant, because we all need to be on the same page. We all have to vote blue, no matter who, no matter how much you like your candidate. When it comes to a nominee, that is the person that we're going to have to back. If we don't, we're going to have the orange moron for another 4 years. And the only way out of that, to even fight him, is we have to have a blue wave in both Congress and the Senate, both in the House and the Senate. We're going to have a blue wave to even fight him in case the moron gets back in there. And believe me, he's going to have a lot of help from places like Saudi Arabia, Turkey. Turkey, the man has a Trump Tower in Turkey. Why do you think they got together and said, well, come on into Syria, Turkey? It's all right with us. And I guess the other side, like I was telling somebody on when the Democrats were on Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi today, talking about how they are going to rob the American people of health care. If they don't drop that lawsuit in Texas, that's it. 130 million people will be uninsured. They're going after Medicare. They're going after Medicaid. And he's going to get out there and lie to the American people tonight about this. Tickles me. I can't help it. Jared Kushner is going to cause peace in Israel and Palestine. I don't think so. That's just another. If you look at him, Jared comes across, just like his father-in-law, as an autocrat. This is what it's about. Take over the government, and a 38-year-old should decide or try to cause peace in the Middle East. Ain't going to work, but that's what they're going to pump out there. Let's see what else I got for you. And I'll tell you what, and I hope my friend, classmate from Clarkston High School is watching this, because I'd like to tell him, when it comes down to Barney Fife, I would vote for him before I would vote for a damn dictator. Plain and simple. And that again mentioned on the campaign trail, the Republicans are going to have a hard time convincing the American people, particularly some Republicans and a whole lot of independents, that they can hold this man in line when it's the other way around. He holds them in line. That's why we had an unfair trial to begin with. They're scared of him. They're in it for the money and the power. That's what it's about. It's also about fascism, fascist takeover of our government. It's been in the coming for a long time, but it is exactly what happened in Germany before World War II, the fascist takeover. And I didn't have a whole lot today, but I've got one subject I want to get to, and you might think I'm nuts, but we'll see how that goes. We can count on it. I'll tell you the State of the Union at this time. It's fucked up. That's what the State of the Union is. The U.S. is upside down, downside up. The world is on fire. The world is drowning, and the world is breaking apart. And it strikes me as strange that most of the bad weather that has come up has been in the last 3 years. It's like he came in, started deregulating our air, our drinking water, and anything else. Like, let's go get the fossil fuels. Let's go into our great national parks and take that. Shit. Whoops. I almost lost my guide here. Now this, I'll tell you again before I end that portion. Keep calling them. Tell them they're going home. They are going home if they want to do what they're talking about and acquit this man. He is guilty, and they know it. They cannot hold him to anything. He holds them to anything and everything he does. And I know everybody already knows about how his damn vanity wall, because of undry cement, fell down in a high wind on the map and fell into Mexico. Yep, that's what you get when you use that kind of technology. Besides that, they can cut holes in it. They can fly over it. They can put a ladder up to it and get over. So it wasn't any kind of protection. Of course, on our side, it can keep you from getting over that wall to get to Mexico. All right, I'm now going to go into this. Is it just me? Or does everybody see this? Take, for instance, this year, in the end of 2019, they came up with 8K TV. All right. Next year, the push will be 8K this year, but by the end of the year, if better technology comes along, all of a sudden it'll be whatever that is. I'll give you a little example. 4K came down in price in 2019 because I already knew there was 8K coming. So by next Christmas season, like I said, what's next? I remember in 2014 when I bought our 47-inch Vizio smart TV, the big thing then was 3D. Now you can't even find a TV station that carries 3D. DirecTV did when it was the thing, but then they dropped it. I think Sony, Discovery, and another somebody else was involved. There was a station. I used to watch it when I could, use my 3D, and now it's like that's a thing of the past. All right. In a fascist environment, for example, and this is where I may piss off a lot, it's all about the money. The many offers you get for a discount on whatever, or to order whatever, or to get the app to get fast food. It's all about the money, baby. That's what the whole damn thing's about. Because somebody needs to explain to me, why would I, to be able to get money off at Burger King, for example, why would I want to pay $30 a month to be able to get the discount? That's what I'm talking about. It's unfair. I pay $44 a year for my telephone line, and I am not going to pay $30 a month where I can get some apps or I can participate in text, whatever, to get the offer on TV. That's bullshit. That's where all these fascist companies come together and they're going to help each other. And that's exactly what they're doing. Well, I just kind of wanted to get that off my chest. Like I said, I'm not going to do a long one. We got to go out of here for a little while and eat. I will be back to be in the meeting. Might not be there at the start, but I feel it's important. Just looking at Iowa and what's going on there. At this time, this is for your cards, your letters, and if you feel like I keep you informed and entertained with Donnie, your donations are always appreciated. It is not a requirement. As a Blue Dot family member, it helps us out to get the bills paid, to improve what I'm doing with technology as I can do it. I'm still working on some things. I'll speak to some people. Hello, Emma. I already spoke with Mary Humphreys. There's DL. Thank you for coming. Hello, George. And let me see if I can scroll down through it. Sometimes all right. We've got a good crowd here. It will be seen by a lot of others. Yeah, one of his clan meetings tonight. Damn. Oh, I like that, what I saw about Greta Thunberg. She's going to have a rally in Kansas City, Missouri. That way Trump can't find her. I enjoyed the hell out of that one. That was a good meme. And that was somebody that supports what I do. That's the way they help me to stay informed and give us all a laugh and keep things going. It really made me feel better to find stuff like that today to put out there for you. I will let you go. I could, as you know, I could go on for hours on this subject, but we have the hope. We know that truth will come out. Some of these people, or even who is it? McSally has got Republicans that are coming against her. That they know there is, I think it's called the Lincoln Project. That is Rick Wilson, the one that wrote the book. Everything Trump touches dies. He is one of the chair people, I think, on the Lincoln Project, because he's a conservative that knows what an asshole Donald Trump is. So they are advertising against Trump for Republicans, letting them know that you don't want them. Hello, Zachary. All right. I'm glad to see that. I keep seeing new faces. We're at 127 members. I just recently recruited 3 people or invited 3 people to Rant and Randy's Rant, the True Patriots group, and got it back up to 333 members as of today. So I gained some back. And if we'll keep this up, I love it that you're anxious about your candidate, but don't be putting other people's candidates down. What you're doing is driving people out of the group. They don't want to hear it. They're for who they're for, and leave them alone. Scroll down, find something else to like or whatever, you know. We can't be doing a circular firing squad, particularly within our blue dot groups. That is not going to work. That's what Trump wants. That's what Russia wants. That's what the Saudis want, is division within the Democratic Party. We can't let it happen. I will let you go for now with peace. Resist and persist, and I insist. Keep calling them. Let them know every day this is not acceptable. They cannot rein in that man, and he needs to quit reining them in. All right. Have a good one, and I will see you later on this evening at the meeting. Thank you for coming, and thank you for liking and sharing. I can still be found on Liker. I can be found on WeMe or MeWe, and I can also, you can find a link on both my wall and on my group. PayPal me account link is Randall Curvin. I appreciate your time. Thank you for coming. Share this shit, America. Share this, Blue Dots. We've got to get the word out. We've got to start that huge tsunami for this year. Bye-bye now. Have a good one.